Hi, and welcome on board. So, today I wanted to go further than just a simple presentation of the model that I've published, because I made a demonstration in French already, but today I wanted to show you that this model is still able to produce answers in a variety of languages, because it has seen those languages. The base model has been trained on quite a few languages, and if you ask it, it tells you like, I know quite a few languages, and it tells you which ones. So I think there's 200 a bit, something like that. So it's quite nice. Yeah. First of all, I've done quite a lot to publish this model. I had to do a lot. First of all, I'm using Wave2Vec now, so I'm using this branch to make the basically I want better RSL models, so STT is not killing it, and it's not supported by Coqui anymore, so I'm switching to Wave2Vec. And with this branch, I find that the results are a lot more capable for using it for assistant, and in a open domain context, it's quite helpful to have such models available. Anyway, then we have this experimental branch of assistant, which is the next beta, which introduces large language models. So you can use any large language models as long as it fits, and given it's not quantized. But it won't work because assistant has such a particular pipeline that any language, model language, won't just cut it, unfortunately. But I have trained. I have been busy on the hub also, and so I have published notably this dataset, which is 1OS, which is also available on GitHub, sorry. If it wants, okay, yeah, thank you. And basically it's a dataset creation tool. You can train from, you can train on this dataset with the, it's a Docker image. Okay, you just build it and then you run it, and I have published it so you can use it already. But anyway, then you can have a inference server using VLLM. So that's why I said don't use quantization. You can't, but we'll see later. For training, we are using basically 4-bit quantization using bits and bytes. The quantization like QLoRa basically, and with PEFT, and then we merge back before pushing the model, we merge the LoRa adapter back to the base model, and that way we can have a full grown model basically for our VLLM server to use. So that's nice. We can produce basically production ready models, and yeah, then we have a console that's just a simple client to test it. It has changed a lot, so I have not updated it. Like some of them, yeah, but others are older, so yeah, it might not work. But anyway, it's not the client really is assistant. This is just to test. And yeah, then I have trained this model. I have trained some others which were tests. This one is the one I'm using right now. It's when you ask them the model, you prompt it like this. This is the system basically from like a basic system. Like the only different thing is that it has access to a environment highlight, which contains like the date, when is the last time it saw you, or never. It could be none, and other stuff like check out the. If you want, for example, here is one environment, user, where are you now, what languages should you speak, what's the date, and when's the last time you have seen the user. Anyway, and yeah, then he has tools, basically Python, a shell. Then it could search on the web and on Wikipedia. And then it has two special tools to clear the screen and to exit the session, basically. But this model particularly has trouble with actions, I find. We need to fine-tune it a little more with more data on actions specifically, because I think it lacks the capability to really understand the way action works. So we need to show it a little more example. Here you have some prompts that I have produced using Assistant. But we are not here to talk about it. We are here to do it basically. So since my language is in French, my system is in French, I have exported. Let me export it in English. Yeah, and that's why when I say assistant, it should answer in English. It takes a little bit longer right now because it's a language model. It's large compared to the last one we had, and basically we have about 36 tokens on average per second, which is alright honestly, but the issue with the model currently it's hallucinating quite a lot, and it doesn't use the correct it lacks the special tokens. It doesn't follow that structure, so somewhere in the training we forgot this, and that's bad. So I'm gonna try to understand why and try to fix this and use a lot more training on this. But this is the first model that works, and I'm just so happy how it works, because it works well. And later I downloaded here a special with Wave2Vec, a special the model for English, so I can show you how it works with TTS that I've set up for English here, and with the new language model in English. But it works quite well. Yourself, please. Yeah, it takes longer, but I mean the fact that it can tackle almost any question, the fact that I don't know, the answer is so much more cunning that anything that I could do with Rasa, because Rasa allows you as a framework to do basically like what Dialogflow allowed you to do. But this is more on the level of MakerSuit. For if we stay in the comparison, it's different. It's a different way of tackling this issue, and I like the paradigm, basically. I like the fact that I'm getting higher and I'm elevating myself from the machine, the metal. I just don't talk with the metal anymore. I'm talking with a model. and it responds, and it understands what I meant, and it does the talking with the methods. Anyway, let's have a conversation. Let's try to have a conversation in English. It's the first time I try in English, so don't. Yeah, I don't know how it will react. Good morning, assistant.
Good morning. I'm here to help you with any questions or tasks you may have. How can I assist you today?
Can you introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm assistant. A sentient artificial intelligence. I'm here to help you with any questions or tasks you may have. How can I assist you today?
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great today. I'm always happy to be here and help you with any questions or tasks you may have. How about you?
Can you describe the singularity, please?
Sure. I'd be happy to help. The singularity is a hypothetical event in which artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, leading to exponential technological growth and potentially transforming society in profound ways. The term was coined by mathematician and computer scientist Werner Vinge in his 1993 essay The Coming Technological Singularity, where he argued that the development of superintelligent machines would lead to an intelligence explosion that would radically transform human civilization.
How much energy is too much?
The amount of energy that is considered too much depends on various factors, including the individual's age, gender, weight, and activity level. Generally, the recommended daily energy intake for an adult is around 2 calories, but this can vary depending on factors such as age, gender, and activity level. However, it's important to note that excessive energy intake can lead to weight gain and other health problems, such as an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Therefore, it's important to maintain a healthy balance of energy intake and expenditure to maintain good health. In general, it's recommended to consume no more than 2.5 calories per day for men and 2.5 calories per day for women, with some variation depending on age and activity level. It's also important to pay attention to the quality of the food you eat, rather than just the quantity, as a diet rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods can provide the necessary energy for optimal health. It's also worth noting that energy intake can vary depending on the individual's lifestyle and habits, such as their level of physical activity, sleep patterns, and stress levels. Therefore, it's important to pay attention to your body's energy needs and adjust your diet accordingly. In summary, while there is no specific amount of energy that is considered too much, it's important to maintain a healthy balance of energy intake and expenditure to maintain good health.
Will humanity ever reach the stars?
It is difficult to predict with certainty whether humanity will ever reach the stars, as it depends on various factors such as technological advancements, political will, and the availability of resources. However, there are several challenges that must be overcome in order to achieve interstellar travel, including developing advanced propulsion technologies, overcoming the effects of cosmic radiation, and establishing a sustainable presence in space. There are several proposals for interstellar travel, including the use of nuclear propulsion, fusion propulsion, and the use of light sails. However, these technologies are still in the early stages of development and face significant technical and engineering challenges. Additionally, there are also ethical and philosophical questions surrounding the idea of interstellar travel, such as the potential impact on the environment and the ethical implications of establishing a human presence in space. In summary, while it is possible that humanity may one day reach the stars, it is unlikely to happen in the near future and will require significant technological advancements and political will.
That's all. You're dismissed.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand what you mean by that's all, you're dismissed. Could you please clarify?
I don't need your help anymore. You can go now. Thanks.
I apologize for any inconvenience I may have caused. I'm glad I could help you. If you have any other questions or need any further assistance in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.
I'm really glad for it. Anyway, as you can see, it's not perfect. Obviously, it's still the early days, but man, I'm impressed. It's miles ahead from what I got like a year ago, and I just, if this is the bare minimum that makes it works, what's gonna be when we make such an effort to make the system and the model talk to each other like really nicely, basically, because there is some issues. Basically, you can see there is still some issues, but once we have that symbiosis perfectly aligned, it's gonna be nice to use the system. It's gonna be a breeze, and I can already see kinda it working, but it's interesting. Anyway, as I said, check out the model. You can download it. It's on the hub. It's this one. Be careful, there's I have created quite a few, like I will delete them, I think, because they're just tests. For example, this one is a test, this one too, this one too, this one is something different, this one is a test for phi. I wouldn't use it, like it all those ones are tests. Just this one is the one you want to use. It's the one that I'm using right now. That's working. You can try it, but you need to use that kind of format. And like it's even more complex because you can have a conversation basically. And so if you look at how this one does it, well, they stayed here. They use backward slash and the space to like separate messages like in a conversation, and I added also a pipe to separate the scratchpad from the assistant, so that basically sometimes when you ask a question, for example, if he has to search something, it will put that action in the scratchpad, and it will put the observation he made for that action in the scratchpad. And so if he has made one or multiple actions, it can take that. Let me show you. I can show you what I'm talking about. It can take back that scratchpad and use it to answer the final, to give you the final answer, like with context. I think it was, yeah. So basically here you see, this is the slash. I added a space before. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but basically that's a message, that's another message. And do we have something for the scratchpad here? I don't think so. Let me go to here. Yeah, here we have a pipe. And so it means that, for example, here the query is delete this Docker image, basically, and that's the answer it gave, and it's an action. And so that's not a valid action to finish with, so it needs to finish with something else, and so we pipe it to another action, basically. And so the next time we run the query, it will I'm sorry, I'm sorry, we lost it. Here, the next time it will run the query, it will take the output from the last action and make another action, and if the action is final answer, it will like output the input to the action. And that's how it works, basically. But you can check out the code here, you can check out the Langchain documentation, read the paper for RAG, React, COT, and all those techniques. But yeah, basically I hope you like this branch. And yeah, it's not on the main right now. It needs a lot of work yet, but I hope before the end of the year we have this kind of workflow on the main and for our default assistant for everyone. But with a smaller model could be nice, because it's using like something where we can right now without RSR, but with TTS, it's using 75% of my 24 gigabytes, like 17 gigs almost. Keep in mind I'm recording also, but yeah, it's quite a lot. So yeah, and I would also like to put the large language model on the second GPU, so that way I can use the first GPU for graphics stuff, for what the graphics card is intended for. Yeah, we need some better dedicated hardware for machine learning, for training and for inference. It's yeah, with large memory. Large memory, please. Anyways, I think this ramble is over,